U.S. Department of Justice Report on the Investigation into Russia Interference in the 2016 Presidential Election, Volume 1 of 2. Special Counsel Robert S. Mueller III, submitted pursuant to 28 CFR Section 600.8 C, Washington, D.C., March 2019. Table of Contents, Volume 1. Introduction to Volume 1. This report is submitted to the Attorney General pursuant to 28 CFR subsection 600.8 C, which states that at the conclusion of the special counsel's work, he shall provide the Attorney General a confidential report explaining the prosecution or declination decisions the special counsel reached. The Russian government interfered in the 2016 presidential election in sweeping and systematic fashion. Evidence of Russian government operations began to surface in mid-2016. In June, the Democratic National Committee and its cyber response team publicly announced that Russian hackers had compromised its computer network. Releases of hacked materials, hacks that public reporting soon attributed to the Russian government, began that same month. Additional releases followed in July through the organization WikiLeaks, with further releases in October and November. In late July 2016, soon after WikiLeaks' first release of stolen documents, a foreign government contacted the FBI about a May 2016 encounter with Trump campaign foreign policy advisor George Papadopoulos. Papadopoulos had suggested to a representative of that foreign government that the Trump campaign had received indications from the Russian government that it could assist the campaign through the anonymous release of information damaging the Democratic presidential candidate Hillary Clinton. That information prompted the FBI on July 31, 2016, to open an investigation into whether individuals associated with the Trump campaign were coordinating with the Russian government in its interference activities. That fall, two federal agencies jointly announced that the Russian government directed recent compromises of emails from U.S. persons and institutions, including U.S. political organizations, and these thefts and disclosures are intended to interfere with the U.S. election process. After the election, in late December 2016, the United States imposed sanctions on Russia for having interfered in the election. By early 2017, several congressional committees were examining Russia's interference in the election. Within the executive branch, these investigatory efforts ultimately led to the May 2017 appointment of Special Counsel Robert S. Mueller III. The order appointing the special counsel authorized him to investigate the Russian government's efforts to interfere in the 2016 presidential election, including any links or coordination between the Russian government and individuals associated with the Trump campaign. As set forth in detail in this report, the special counsel's investigation established that Russia interfered in the 2016 presidential election principally through two operations. First, a Russian entity carried out a social media campaign that favored presidential candidate Donald J. Trump and disparaged presidential candidate Hillary Clinton. Second, a Russian intelligence service conducted computer intrusion operations against entities, employees, and volunteers working on the Clinton campaign, and then released stolen documents. The investigation also identified numerous links between the Russian government and the Trump campaign. Although the investigation established that the Russian government perceived it would benefit from a Trump presidency and worked to secure that outcome, and that the campaign expected it would benefit electorally from information stolen and released through Russian efforts, the investigation did not establish that members of the Trump campaign conspired or coordinated with the Russian government in its election interference activities. Below, we describe the evidentiary considerations underpinning statements about the results of our investigation and the special counsel's charging decisions, and we then provide an overview of the 2 volumes of our report. The report describes actions and events that the special counsel's office found to be supported by the evidence collected in our investigation. In some instances, the report points out the absence of evidence or conflicts in the evidence about a particular fact or event. In other instances, when substantial, credible evidence enabled the office to reach a conclusion with confidence, the report states that the investigation established that certain actions or events occurred. A statement that the investigation did not establish particular facts does not mean there was no evidence of those facts. In evaluating whether evidence about collective action of multiple individuals constituted a crime, we applied the framework of conspiracy law, not the concept of conclusion. In so doing, the office recognized that the word collude was used in communications with the acting Attorney General, confirming certain aspects of the investigation's scope, and that the term has frequently been invoked in public reporting about the investigation. But collusion is not a specific offense or theory of liability found in the United States Code, nor is it a term of art in federal criminal law. For those reasons, the office's focus in analyzing questions of joint criminal liability was on conspiracy as defined in federal law. In connection with that analysis, we addressed the factual question whether members of the Trump campaign coordinated, a term that appears in the appointment order, with Russian election interference activities. Like conclusion, coordination does not have a settled definition in federal criminal law. We understood coordination to require an agreement, tacit or express, between the Trump campaign and the Russian government on election interference. That requires more than the 2 parties taking actions that were informed by or responsive to the other's actions or interests. We applied the term coordination in that sense when stating in the report that the investigation did not establish that the Trump campaign coordinated with the Russian government in its election interference activities. The report on our investigation consists of 2 volumes. Volume 1 describes the factual results of the special counsel's investigation of Russia's interference in the 2016 presidential election and its interactions with the Trump campaign. Section 1 describes the scope of the investigation. Sections 2 and 3 describe the principal ways Russia interfered in the 2016 presidential election. Section 4 describes links between the Russian government and individuals associated with the Trump campaign. Section 5 sets forth the special counsel's charging decisions. Volume 2 addresses the President's actions towards the FBI's investigation into Russia's interference in the 2016 presidential election and related matters, and his actions towards the special counsel's investigation. Volume 2 separately states its framework and the considerations that guided that investigation. Executive Summary to Volume 1. Russian social media campaign. The Internet Research Agency, IRA, carried out the earliest Russian interference operations identified by the investigation, a social media campaign designed to provoke and amplify political and social discord in the United States. The IRA was based in St. Petersburg, Russia, and received funding from Russian oligarch Yevgeny Prigozhin and companies he controlled. Prigozhin is widely reported to have ties to Russian President Vladimir Putin. Redacted section titled Harm to Ongoing Matter. In mid-2014, the IRA sent employees to the United States on an intelligence gathering mission with instructions. Redacted title Harm to Ongoing Matter. The IRA later used social media accounts and interest groups to sow discord in the U.S. political system through what it termed information warfare. The campaign evolved from a generalized program designed in 2014 and 2015 to undermine the U.S. electoral system to a targeted operation that by early 2016 favored candidate Trump and disparaged candidate Clinton. The IRA's operation also included the purchase of political advertisements on social media in the names of U.S. persons and entities, as well as the staging of political rallies inside the United States. To organize those rallies, IRA employees posed as U.S. grassroots entities and persons and made contact with Trump supporters and Trump campaign officials in the United States. The investigation did not identify evidence that any U.S. persons conspired or coordinated with the IRA. Section 2 of this report details the office's investigation of the Russian social media campaign. Russian hacking operations. At the same time that the IRA operation began to focus on supporting candidate Trump in early 2016, the Russian government employed a second form of interference, cyber instructions, hacking, and releases of hacked materials damaging to the Clinton campaign. The Russian intelligence service known as the Main Intelligence Directorate of the General Staff of the Russian Army, GRU, carried out these operations. In March 2016, the GRU began hacking the email accounts of Clinton campaign volunteers and employees, including campaign chairman John Podesta. In April 2016, the GRU hacked into the computer networks of the Democratic Congressional Campaign Committee, DCCC, and the Democratic National Committee, DNC. The GRU stole hundreds of thousands of documents from the compromised email accounts and networks. Around the time that the DNC announced in mid-June 2016 the Russian government's role in hacking its network, the GRU began disseminating stolen materials through the fictitious online personas DC Leaks and Guccifer 2.0. The GRU later released additional materials through the organization WikiLeaks. The presidential campaign of Donald J. Trump, Trump Campaign or Campaign, showed interest in WikiLeaks releases of documents and welcomed their potential to damage candidate Clinton. Beginning in June 2016, title redaction Harm to Ongoing Matter, focus to senior campaign officials that WikiLeaks would release information damaging to candidate Clinton. WikiLeaks' first release came in July 2016. Around the same time, candidate Trump announced that he hoped Russia would recover emails described as missing from a private server used by Clinton when she was Secretary of State. He later said that he was speaking sarcastically. Redacted, title Harm to Ongoing Matter. WikiLeaks began releasing Podesta's stolen emails on October 7, 2016, less than 1 hour after a U.S. media outlet released a video considered damaging to candidate Trump. Section 3 of this report details the office's investigation into the Russian hacking operations, as well as other efforts by Trump campaign supporters to obtain Clinton-related emails. Russian contacts with the campaign. The social media campaign and the GRU hacking operations coincided with a series of contacts between Trump campaign officials and individuals with ties to the Russian government. The office investigated whether those contacts reflected or resulted in the campaign conspiring or coordinating with Russia in its election interference activities. Although the investigation established that the Russian government perceived it would benefit from a Trump presidency and worked to secure that outcome, and that the campaign expected it would benefit electorally from information stolen and released through Russian efforts, the investigation did not establish that members of the Trump campaign conspired or coordinated with the Russian government in its election interference activities. The Russian contacts consisted of business connections, offers of assistance to the campaign, invitations for candidate Trump and Putin to meet in person, invitations for campaign officials and representatives of the Russian government to meet, and policy positions seeking improved U.S.-Russian relations. Section 4 of this report details the contacts between Russia and the Trump campaign during the campaign and transition periods, the most salient of which are summarized before in chronological order. 2015. Some of the earliest contacts were made in connection with a Trump Organization real estate project in Russia known as Trump Tower Moscow. Candidate Trump signed a letter of intent for Trump Tower Moscow by November 2015, and in January 2016, Trump Organization executive Michael Cohen emailed and spoke about the project with the office of Russian government press secretary Dmitry Peskov. The Trump Organization pursued the project through at least June 2016, including by considering travel to Russia by Cohen and candidate Trump. Spring 2016. Campaign Foreign Policy Advisor George Papadopoulos made early contact with Joseph Mifsud, a London-based professor who had connections to Russia and traveled to Moscow in April 2016. Immediately upon his return to London from that trip, Mifsud told Papadopoulos that the Russian government had dirt on Hillary Clinton in the form of thousands of emails. 1 week later, in the first week of May 2016, Papadopoulos suggested to a representative of a foreign government that the Trump campaign had received indications from the Russian government that it could assist the campaign through the anomalous release of information damaging to candidate Clinton. Throughout that period of time, and for several months thereafter, Papadopoulos worked with Mifsud and 2 Russian nationals to arrange a meeting between the campaign and the Russian government. No meeting took place. Summer 2016. Russian outreach to the Trump campaign continued into the summer of 2016, as candidate Trump was becoming the presumptive Republican nominee for president. On June 9, 2016, for example, a Russian lawyer met with senior Trump campaign officials Donald Trump Jr., Jared Kushner, and campaign chairman Paul Manafort to deliver what the email proposing the meeting had described as official documents and information that would incriminate Hillary. The materials were offered to Trump Jr. as part of Russia and its government's support for Mr. Trump. The written communications setting up the meeting showed that the campaign anticipated receiving information from Russia that could assist candidate Trump's electoral prospects, but the Russian lawyer's presentation did not provide such information. Days after the June 9 meeting, on June 14, 2016, a cybersecurity firm and the DNC announced that Russian government hackers had infiltrated the DNC and obtained access to opposition research on candidate Trump, among other documents. In July 2016, campaign foreign policy advisor Carter Page traveled in his personal capacity to Moscow and gave the keynote address at the New Economic School. Page had lived and worked in Russia between 2003 and 2007. After returning to the United States, Page became acquainted with at least 2 Russian intelligence officers, one of whom was later charged in 2015 with conspiracy to act as an unregistered agent of Russia. Page's July 2016 trip to Moscow and his advocacy for pro-Russian foreign policy drew media attention. The campaign then distanced itself from Page and, by late September 2016, removed him from the campaign. July 2016 was also the month WikiLeaks first released emails stolen by the GRU from the DNC. On July 22, 2016, WikiLeaks posted thousands of internal DNC documents revealing information about the Clinton campaign. Within days, there was public reporting that U.S. intelligence agencies had high confidence that the Russian government was behind the theft of emails and documents from the DNC. And within a week of the release, a foreign government informed the FBI about its May 2016 interaction with Papadopoulos and his statement that the Russian government could assist the Trump campaign. On July 31, 2016, based on the foreign government reporting, the FBI opened an investigation into potential coordination between the Russian government and individuals associated with the Trump campaign. Separately, on August 2, 2016, Trump campaign chairman Paul Manafort met in New York City with his longtime business associate Konstantin Kilimnik, who the FBI assesses to have ties to Russian intelligence. Kilimnik requested the meeting to deliver in person a peace plan for Ukraine that Manafort acknowledged to the special counsel's office was a backdoor way for Russia to control part of eastern Ukraine. Both men believed the plan would require candidate Trump's assent to succeed, were he to be elected president. They also discussed the status of the Trump campaign and Manafort's strategy for winning Democratic votes in Midwestern states. Months before that meeting, Manafort had caused internal polling data to be shared with Kilimnik, and the sharing continued for some period of time after their August meeting. Fall 2016. On October 7, 2016, the media released video of candidate Trump speaking in graphic terms about women years earlier, which was considered damaging to his candidacy. Less than an hour later, WikiLeaks made its second release, thousands of John Podesta's emails that had been stolen by the GRU in late March 2016. The FBI and other U.S. government institutions were at the time continuing their investigation of suspected Russian government efforts to interfere in the presidential election. That same day, October 7, the Department of Homeland Security and the Office of the Director of National Intelligence issued a joint public statement that the Russian government directed the recent compromises of emails from U.S. persons and institutions, including from U.S. political organizations. Those thefts and the disclosures of the hacked materials through online platforms such as WikiLeaks, the statement continued, are intended to interfere with the U.S. election process. Post-2016 election. Immediately after the November 8 election, Russian government officials and prominent Russian businessmen began trying to make inroads into the new administration. The most senior levels of the Russian government encouraged these efforts. The Russian embassy made contacts hours after the election to congratulate the president-elect and to arrange a call with President Putin. Several Russian businessmen picked up the effort from there. Kirill Dmitriev, the chief executive officer of Russia's Sovereign Wealth Fund, was among the Russians who tried to make contact with the incoming administration. In early December, a business associate steered Dmitriev to Eric Prince, a supporter of the Trump campaign and an associate of senior Trump advisor Steve Bannon. Dmitriev and Prince later met face-to-face in January 2017 in the Seychelles and discussed U.S.-Russia relations. During the same period, another business associate introduced Dmitriev to a friend of Jared Kushner who had not served on the campaign or the transition team. Dmitriev and Kushner's friend collaborated on a short written reconciliation plan for the United States and Russia, which Dmitriev implied had been cleared through Putin. The friend gave that proposal to Kushner before the inauguration, and Kushner later gave copies to Bannon and incoming Secretary of State Rex Tillerson. On December 29, 2016, then President Obama imposed sanctions on Russia for having interfered in the election. Incoming National Security Advisor Michael Flynn called Russian Ambassador Sergei Kislyak and asked Russia not to escalate the situation in response to the sanctions. The following day, Putin announced that Russia would not take retaliatory measures in response to the sanctions at that time. Hours later, President-elect Trump tweeted, "Great move on delay by V. Putin." The next day, on December 31, 2016, Kislyak called Flynn and told him the request had been received at the highest levels and Russia had chosen not to retaliate as a result of Flynn's request. On January 6, 2017, members of the intelligence community briefed President-elect Trump on a joint assessment drafted and coordinated among the Central Intelligence Agency, FBI, and National Security Agency that concluded with high confidence that Russia had intervened in the election through a variety of means to assist Trump's candidacy and harm Clinton's. A declassified version of the assessment was publicly released that same day. Between mid-January 2017 and early February 2017, 3 congressional committees, the House Permanent Select Committee on Intelligence, HPSCI, the Senate Select Committee on Intelligence, SSCI, and the Senate Judiciary Committee, SJC, announced that they would conduct inquiries or had already been conducting inquiries into Russian interference in the election. Then FBI Director James Comey later confirmed to Congress the existence of the FBI's investigation into Russian interference that had begun before the election. On March 20, 2017, in open session testimony before HPSCI, Comey stated, "I have been authorized by the Department of Justice to confirm that the FBI, as part of our counterintelligence mission, is investigating the Russian government's efforts to interfere in the 2016 presidential election, and that includes investigating the nature of any links between individuals associated with the Trump campaign and the Russian government, and whether there was any coordination between the campaign and Russia's efforts. As with any counterintelligence investigation, this will also include an assessment of whether any crimes were committed. The investigation continued under then Director Comey for the next 7 weeks until May 9, 2017, when President Trump fired Comey as FBI Director, an action which is analyzed in Volume 2 of the report. On May 17, 2017, Acting Attorney General Rod Rosenstein appointed the special counsel and authorized him to conduct the investigation that Comey had confirmed in his congressional testimony, as well as matters arising directly from the investigation and any other matters within the scope of 28 CFR Section 600.4a, which generally covers efforts to interfere with or obstruct the investigation. President Trump reacted negatively to the special counsel's appointment. He told advisers that it was the end of his presidency, sought to have Attorney General Jeff Sessions, unrecused from the Russian investigation and to have the special counsel removed, and engaged in efforts to curtail the special counsel's investigation and prevent the disclosure of evidence to it, including through public and private contacts with potential witnesses. Those and related actions are described and analyzed in Volume 2 of the report. The special counsel's charging decisions. In reaching the charging decisions described in Volume 1 of the report, the office determined whether the conduct it found amounted to a violation of federal criminal law chargeable under the principles of federal prosecution. See Justice Manual, Section 9 through 27, et sequientes, 2018. The standard set forth in the Justice Manual is whether the conduct constitutes a crime. If so, whether admissible evidence would probably be sufficient to obtain and sustain a conviction, and whether prosecution would serve a substantial federal interest that could not be adequately served by prosecution elsewhere or through non-criminal alternatives. See Justice Manual, Section 9 through 27.220. Section 5 of the report provides detailed explanations of the office's charging decisions, which contain 3 main components. First, the office determined that Russia's 2 principal interference operations in the 2016 U.S. presidential election, the social media campaign and the hacking and dumping operations, violated U.S. criminal law. Many of the individuals and entities involved in the social media campaign have been charged with participating in a conspiracy to defraud the United States by undermining through deceptive acts the work of federal agencies charged with regulating foreign influence in U.S. elections, as well as related counts of identity theft. See United States versus Internet Research Agency et al., number 18-CR-32, DDC. Separately, Russian intelligence officers who carried out the hacking into Democratic Party computers and the personal email accounts of individuals affiliated with the Clinton campaign conspired to violate, among other federal laws, the Federal Computer Intrusion Statute, and they have been so charged. See United States versus Netixshow et al., number 18-CR-215, DDC. Redacted, title Harm to Ongoing Matter, Personal Privacy. Second, while the investigation identified numerous links between individuals with ties to the Russian government and individuals associated with the Trump campaign, the evidence was not sufficient to support criminal charges. Among other things, the evidence was not sufficient to charge any campaign official as an unregistered agent of the Russian government or other Russian principal, and other evidence about the June 9, 2016 meeting and WikiLeaks' releases of hacked materials was not sufficient to charge a criminal campaign finance violation. Further, the evidence was not sufficient to charge that any member of the Trump campaign conspired with representatives of the Russian government to interfere in the 2016 election. Third, the investigation established that several individuals affiliated with the Trump campaign lied to the office and to Congress about their interactions with Russian-affiliated individuals and related matters. Those lies materially impaired the investigation of Russian election interference. The office charged some of those lies as violations of the federal false statements statute. Former National Security Advisor Michael Flynn pleaded guilty to lying about his interactions with Russian Ambassador Kislyak during the transaction period. George Papadopoulos, a foreign policy advisor during the campaign period, pleaded guilty to lying to investigators about, inter alia, the nature and timing of his interactions with Joseph Mifsud, the professor who told Papadopoulos that the Russians had dirt on candidate Clinton in the form of thousands of emails. Former Trump Organization attorney Michael Cohen pleaded guilty to making false statements to Congress about the Trump Moscow project. Redacted section, title Harm to Ongoing Matter. And in February 2019, the U.S. District Court for the District of Columbia found that Manafort lied to the office and the grand jury concerning his interactions and communications with Konstantin Kilimnik about Trump campaign polling data and a peace plan for Ukraine. The office investigated several other events that have been publicly reported to involve potential Russia-related contacts. For example, the investigation established that interactions between Russian Ambassador Kislyak and Trump campaign officials, both at the candidate's April 2016 foreign policy speech in Washington, D.C., and during the week of the Republican National Convention, were brief, public, and non-substantive. And the investigation did not establish that one campaign official's efforts to dilute a portion of the Republican Party platform on providing assistance to Ukraine were undertaken at the behest of candidate Trump or Russia. The investigation also did not establish that a meeting between Kislyak and Sessions in September 2016 at Sessions' Senate office included any more than a passing mention of the presidential campaign. The investigation did not always yield admissible information or testimony, or a complete picture of the activities undertaken by subjects of the investigation. Some individuals invoked their Fifth Amendment right against compelled self-incrimination and were not, in the office's judgment, appropriate candidates for grants of immunity. The office limited its pursuit of other witnesses and information, such as information known to attorneys or individuals claiming to be members of the media, in light of internal Department of Justice policies. See, for example, Justice Manual, Sections 9 through 13.400, 13.410. Some of the information obtained via court process, moreover, was presumptively covered by legal privilege and was screened from investigators by a filter, or taint team. Even when individuals testified or agreed to be interviewed, they sometimes provided information that was false or incomplete, leading to some of the false statements charges described above. And the office faced practical limits on its ability to assess relevant evidence as well. Numerous witnesses and subjects lived abroad, and documents were held outside the United States. Further, the office learned that some of the individuals we interviewed or whose conduct we investigated, including some associated with the Trump campaign, deleted relevant communications or communicated during the relevant period using applications that feature encryption or that do not provide for long-term retention of data or communications records. In such cases, the office was not able to corroborate witness statements through comparison to contemporaneous communications or fully question witnesses about statements that appeared inconsistent with other known facts. Accordingly, while this report embodies factual and legal determinations that the office believes to be accurate and complete to the greatest extent possible, given these identified gaps, the office cannot rule out the possibility that the unavailable information would shed additional light on or cast in a new light the events described in the report. Section 1. The Special Counsel's Investigation. On May 17, 2017, Deputy Attorney General Rod J. Rosenstein, then serving as acting Attorney General for the Russia investigation following the recusal of former Attorney General Jeff Sessions on March 2, 2016, appointed the special counsel to investigate Russian interference with the 2016 presidential election and related matters. Office of the Deputy Attorney General, Order Number 3915-2017, Appointment of Special Counsel to investigate Russian interference with the 2016 presidential election and related matters, May 17, 2017. Appointment Order. Relying on the authority vested in the Acting Attorney General, including 28 U.S.C. Sections 509, 510, and 515, the Acting Attorney General ordered the appointment of a special counsel in order to discharge the Acting Attorney General's responsibility to provide supervision and management of the Department of Justice and to ensure a full and thorough investigation of the Russian government's effort to interfere in the 2016 presidential election. Appointment Order. Introduction. The special counsel, the order stated, is authorized to conduct the investigation confirmed by then FBI Director James B. Comey in testimony before the House Permanent Select Committee on Intelligence on March 20, 2017, including 1. Any links and/or coordination between the Russian government and individuals associated with the campaign of President Donald Trump, and 2. Any matters that arose or may arise directly from the investigation, and 3. Any other matters within the scope of 28 CFR Section 600.4a. Appointment Order, Paragraph B, Section 600.4, affords the special counsel the authority to investigate and prosecute federal crimes committed in the course of and within intent to interfere with the special counsel's investigation, such as perjury, obstruction of justice, destruction of evidence, and intimidation of witnesses. 28 CFR Section 600.4a. The authority to investigate any matters that arose directly from the investigation, Appointment Order, Paragraph B, 2, covers similar crimes that may have occurred during the course of the FBI's confirmed investigation before the special counsel's appointment. If the special counsel believes it is necessary and appropriate, the order further provided the special counsel is authorized to prosecute federal crimes arising from the investigation of these matters. Item Paragraph C. Finally, the Acting Attorney General made applicable Sections 600.4 through 600.10 of Title 28 of the Code of Federal Regulation. Item Paragraph D. The acting Attorney General further clarified the scope of the special counsel's investigatory authority in two subsequent memoranda. A memorandum dated August 2, 2017, explained that the appointment order had been worked categorically in order to permit its public release without confirming specific investigations involving specific individuals. It then confirmed that the special counsel had been authorized since his appointment to investigate allegations that three Trump campaign officials, Carter Page, Paul Manafort, and George Papadopoulos, committed a crime or crimes by colluding with Russian government officials with respect to the Russian government's efforts to interfere with the 2016 presidential election. The memorandum also confirmed the special counsel's authority to investigate certain other matters, including two additional sets of allegations involving Manafort, crimes arising from payments he received from the Ukraine government, and crimes arising from his receipts of loans from a bank whose CEO was then seeking a position in the Trump administration. Allegations that Papadopoulos committed a crime or crimes by acting as an unregistered agent of the Israeli government, and four sets of allegations involving Michael Flynn, the former national security advisor to President Trump. On October 20, 2017, the acting Attorney General confirmed in a memorandum the special counsel's investigative authority as to several individuals and entities. First, as part of a full and thorough investigation of the Russian government's efforts to interfere in the 2016 presidential election, the special counsel was authorized to investigate the pertinent activities of Michael Cohen, Richard Gates, redacted for personal privacy, Roger Stone, and redacted for personal privacy. Confirmation of the authorization to investigate such individuals, the memorandum stressed, does not suggest that the special counsel has made a determination that any of them has committed a crime. Second, with respect to Michael Cohen, the memorandum recognized the special counsel's authority to investigate leads related to Cohen's establishment and use of Essential Consultants LLC to, inter alia, receive funds from Russian-backed entities. Third, the memorandum memorialized the special counsel's authority to investigate individuals and entities who were possibly engaged in jointly undertaking activity with existing subjects of the investigation, including Paul Manafort. Finally, the memorandum described an FBI investigation opened before the special counsel's appointment into allegations that then Attorney General Jeff Sessions made false statements to the United States Senate, and confirmed the special counsel's authority to investigate that matter. The special counsel structured the investigation in view of his power and authority to exercise all investigative and prosecutorial functions of any United States attorney. 28 CFR Section 600.6. Like a U.S. Attorney's Office, the Special Counsel's Office considered a range of classified and unclassified information available to the FBI in the course of the office's Russia investigation, and the office structured that work around evidence for possible use in prosecutions of federal crimes, assuming that one or more crimes were identified that warranted prosecution. There was substantial evidence immediately available to the special counsel at the inception of the investigation in May 2017, because the FBI had, by that time, already investigated Russian election interference for nearly 10 months. The special counsel's office exercised its judgment regarding what to investigate and did not, for instance, investigate every public report of a contact between the Trump campaign and Russian-affiliated individuals and entities. The office has concluded its investigation into links and coordination between the Russian government and individuals associated with the Trump campaign. Certain proceedings associated with the office's work remain ongoing. After consultation with the Office of the Deputy Attorney General, the office has transferred responsibility for those remaining issues to other components of the Department of Justice and FBI. Appendix D lists those transfers. 2 district courts confirmed the breadth of the special counsel's authority to investigate Russia election interference and links and/or coordination with the Trump campaign. See United States v. Manafort, 312 F. Sup. 3D 6079-83, DDC 2018. United States v. Manafort, 321 F. Sup. 3D 640 650-655, EDVA 2018. In the course of conducting that investigation, the office periodically identified evidence of potential criminal activity that was outside the scope of the special counsel's authority established by the acting Attorney General. After consultation with the Office of the Deputy Attorney General, the office referred that evidence to appropriate law enforcement authorities, principally other components of the Department of Justice, and to the FBI. Appendix D summarizes those referrals. To carry out the investigation and prosecution of the matters assigned to him, the special counsel assembled a team that at its high point included 19 attorneys, 5 of whom joined the office from private practice and 14 on detail or assigned from other Department of Justice components. These attorneys were assisted by a filter team of department lawyers and FBI personnel who screened materials obtained via court process for privileged information before turning those materials over to investigators. A support staff of 3 paralegals on detail from the department's antitrust division and an administrative staff of 9 responsible for budget, finance, purchasing, human resources, records, facilities, security, information technology, and administrative support. The special counsel's attorneys and support staff were co-located with and worked alongside approximately 40 FBI agents, intelligence analysts, forensic accountants, a paralegal, and professional staff assigned by the FBI to assist the special counsel's investigation. Those assigned FBI employees remained under FBI supervision at all times. The matters on which they assisted were supervised by the special counsel. Footnote 1. Footnote 1 reference: FBI personnel assigned to the special counsel's office were required to adhere to all applicable federal law and all department and FBI regulations, guidelines, and policies. An FBI attorney worked on FBI-related matters for the office, such as FBI compliance with all FBI policies and procedures, including the FBI's Domestic Investigations and Operations Guide, DIOG. That FBI attorney worked under FBI legal supervision, not the special counsel's supervision. End of footnote 1 reference. During its investigation, the office issued more than 2,800 subpoenas under the auspices of a grand jury seating in the District of Columbia, executed nearly 500 search and seizure warrants, obtained more than 230 orders for communications records under 18 U.S.C. Section 2703D, obtained almost 50 orders authorizing use of pen registers, made 13 requests to foreign governments pursuant to mutual legal assistance treaties, and interviewed approximately 500 witnesses, including almost 80 before a grand jury. From its inception, the office recognized that its investigation could identify foreign intelligence and counterintelligence information relevant to the FBI's broader national security mission. FBI personnel who assisted the office established procedures to identify and convey such information to the FBI. The FBI's Counterintelligence Division met with the office regularly for that purpose for most of the office's tenure. For more than the past year, the FBI also embedded personnel at the office who did not work on the special counsel's investigation, but whose purpose was to review the results of the investigation and to send, in writing, summaries of foreign intelligence and counterintelligence information to FBI HQ and FBI field offices. Those communications and other correspondence between the office and the FBI contain information derived from the investigation, not all of which is contained in this volume. This volume is a summary. It contains, in the office's judgment, that information necessary to account for the special counsel's prosecution and declination decisions, and to describe the investigation's main factual results. Section 2. Russian Active Measures Social Media Campaign. The first form of Russian election influence came principally from the Internet Research Agency LLC, IRA, a Russian organization funded by Yevgeny Viktorovich Prigozhin, and companies he controlled, including Concord Management and Consulting, LLC, and Concord Catering, collectively Concord. See footnote 2. The IRA conducted social media operations targeted at large U.S. audiences with the goal of sowing discord in the U.S. political system. See footnote 3. These operations constituted active measures, a term that typically refers to operations conducted by Russian security services aimed at influencing the course of international affairs. See footnote 4. Footnote 2 reference. The office is aware of reports that other Russian entities engaged in similar active measures operations targeting the United States. Some evidence collected by the office corroborates those reports, and the office has shared that evidence with other offices in the Department of Justice and FBI. Footnote reference 3. Redacted. Harm to ongoing matter. See also SM-2230634, Serial 44 Analysis. The FBI case number cited here and other FBI case numbers identified in the report should be treated as law enforcement sensitive given the context. The report contains additional law enforcement sensitive information. Footnote 4 reference. As discussed in Part 5 below, the active measures investigation has resulted in criminal charges against 13 individual Russian nationals and 3 Russian entities, principally for conspiracy to defraud the United States in violation of 18 U.S.C. Section 371. See Volume 1, Section 5A. Infra, Indictment, United States versus Internet Research Agency et al. 1:18-CR-32, open paren DDC, February 16, 2018, close paren, Doc 1, open paren, Internet Research Agency Indictment, close paren. In the footnote references 2 through 4. The IRA and its employees began operations targeting the United States as early as 2014. Using fictitious U.S. personas, IRA employees operated social media accounts and group pages designed to attract U.S. audiences. These groups and accounts, which addressed divisive U.S. political and social issues, falsely claimed to be controlled by U.S. activists. Over time, these social media accounts became a means to reach large U.S. audiences. IRA employees traveled to the United States in mid 2014 on an intelligence gathering mission to obtain information and photographs for use in their social media posts. IRA employees posted derogatory information about a number of candidates in the 2016 U.S. presidential election. By early to mid 2016, IRA operations included supporting the Trump campaign and disparaging candidate Hillary Clinton. The IRA made various expenditures to carry out those activities, including buying political advertisements on social media in the names of U.S. persons and entities. Some IRA employees, posing as U.S. persons and without revealing their Russian association, communicated electronically with individuals associated with the Trump campaign and with other political activists to seek to coordinate political activities, including the staging of political rallies. See footnote 5. The investigation did not identify evidence that any U.S. persons knowingly or intentionally coordinated with the IRA's interference operation. Footnote 5 reference: Internet Research Agency indictment, paragraphs 52, 54, 55A, 56, 74. Redacted section titled Harm to Ongoing Matter. End of footnote 5. By the end of the 2016 U.S. election, the IRA had the ability to reach millions of U.S. persons through their social media accounts. Multiple IRA-controlled Facebook groups and Instagram accounts had hundreds of thousands of U.S. participants. IRA-controlled Twitter accounts separately had tens of thousands of followers, including multiple U.S. political figures who retweeted IRA-created content. In November 2017, a Facebook representative testified that Facebook had identified 470 IRA-controlled Facebook accounts that collectively made 80,000 posts between January 2015 and August 2017. Facebook estimated the IRA reached as many as 126 million persons through its Facebook accounts. See footnote 6. In January 2018, Twitter announced that it had identified 3,814 IRA-controlled Twitter accounts and notified approximately 1.4 million people Twitter believed may have been in contact with an IRA-controlled account. See footnote 7. Footnote references. Footnote 6. Social media influence in the 2016 U.S. election. Hearing before the Senate Select Committee on Intelligence, 115th Congress, 13, open paren, November 1st, 2017, close paren, open paren, testimony of Colin Stretch, General Counsel of Facebook, close paren, open paren, we estimate that roughly 29 million people were served content in their news feeds directly from the IRA's 80,000 posts over the 2 years. Posts from these pages were also shared, liked, and followed by people on Facebook, and as a result, 3 times more people may have been exposed to a story that originated from the Russian operation. Our best estimate is that approximately 126 million people may have been served content from a page associated with the IRA at some point during the 2-year period. Close paren. The Facebook representative also testified that Facebook had identified 170 Instagram accounts that posted approximately 120,000 pieces of content during that time. Facebook did not offer an estimate of the audience reached via Instagram. Footnote reference 7. Twitter update on Twitter's review of the 2016 U.S. election, open paren January 31, 2018, close paren. End of footnote reference sections 6 and 7. Section 2A, Structure of the Internet Research Agency. Redacted. Title, Harm to Ongoing Matter. Footnote reference CSM-2230634, serial 92. Footnote references 9 and 10, redacted, harm to ongoing matter. The organization quickly grew. Redacted, title, harm to ongoing matter. Footnote reference 11, CSM-2230634, serial 86. Redacted, harm to ongoing matter. Footnote reference 12, redacted, harm to ongoing matter. The growth of the organization also led to a more detailed organizational structure. Redacted, title, harm to ongoing matter. Footnote section 13, redacted, harm to ongoing matter. 2 individuals headed the IRA's management, its general director, Mikhail Bistrov, and its executive director, Mikhail Burchek. Redacted, title, harm to ongoing matter. Footnote reference 14, see, for example, SM-2230634, serials 9, 113, and 180. Redacted, title, harm to ongoing matter. Footnote 15, title redacted, harm to ongoing matter. As early as the spring of 2014, the IRA began to hide its funding and activities. Redacted, title, harm to ongoing matter. Footnote 16, redacted, title, harm to ongoing matter. The IRA's U.S. operations are part of a larger set of interlocking operations known as Project LACTA. Redacted, title, harm to ongoing matter. Footnotes 17 and 18, redacted, title, harm to ongoing matter. Section 2B, Funding and Oversight from Concord and Prigozhin. Until at least February 2018, Yevgeny Viktorovich Prigozhin and 2 Concord companies funded the IRA. Prigozhin is a wealthy Russian businessman who served as the head of Concord. Redacted, title, harm to ongoing matter. Prigozhin was sanctioned by the U.S. Treasury Department in December 2016. See footnote 19. Redacted, title, harm to ongoing matter. See footnote 20. Redacted, harm to ongoing matter. See footnote 21. Numerous media sources have reported on Prigozhin's ties to Putin, and the two have appeared together in public photographs. See footnote 22. Redacted, title, harm to ongoing matter. See footnote 23. Redacted, title, harm to ongoing matter. See footnote 24. Redacted, title, harm to ongoing matter. See footnote 25. Redacted, title, harm to ongoing matter. References 19 through 25. Footnote 19. U.S. Treasury Department. Treasury sanctions individuals and entities in connection with Russia's occupation of Crimea and the conflict in Ukraine. Open paren, December 20, 2016, close paren. Footnotes 20 and 21 redacted. Titles Harm to Ongoing Matter. Footnote 22. See, for example, Neil Mcfarquhar, Yevgeny Prigozhin, Russian oligarch indicted by U.S., is known as Putin's cook. New York Times. Open paren, February 16, 2018, close paren. Footnote references 23 and 24. Title redacted. Harm to Ongoing Matter. Footnote reference 25. Partial redaction. Title Harm to Ongoing Matter. See also SM-2230634 serial 113. Redacted title Harm to Ongoing Matter. End of footnote references 19 through 25. Page 18. Redacted paragraphs. Title Harm to Ongoing Matter. See references 26 through 28. References 26 and 27. Titles Harm to Ongoing Matter. Reference 28. The term troll refers to internet users, in this context paid operatives, who post inflammatory or otherwise disruptive content on social media or other websites. IRA employees were aware that Prigozhin was involved in the IRA's U.S. operations. Redacted title Harm to Ongoing Matter. See footnotes 29 and 30. In May 2016, IRA employees claiming to be U.S. social activists and administrators of Facebook groups recruited U.S. persons to hold signs, including one in front of the White House, that read, "Happy 55th birthday, dear boss," as an homage to Prigozhin, whose 55th birthday was on June 1, 2016. See footnote 31. Redacted title Harm to Ongoing Matter. See footnote 32. Footnote references 29 through 32. Footnote 29. Partial redaction. Investigative technique. See SM-2230634, serials 131 and 204. Footnote 30. See SM-2230634, serial 156. Footnote 31. Internet Research Agency Indictment, paragraph 12b. See also 526, 2016, Facebook Messages ID 14799368956565747, open paren, United Muslims of America, close paren, and redacted title Personal Privacy. Footnote 32. Partial redaction title Harm to Ongoing Matter. See also SM-2230634, serial 186. Partial redacted Harm to Ongoing Matter. End of reference footnotes 29 through 32. Section 2C. The IRA targets U.S. elections. Number 1. The IRA ramps up U.S. operations as early as 2014. The IRA's U.S. operations sought to influence public opinion through online media and forums. By the spring of 2014, the IRA began to consolidate U.S. operations within a single general department, known internally as the Translator Department. Redacted section title Harm to Ongoing Matter. IRA subdivided the Translator Department into different responsibilities ranging from operations on different social media platforms to analytics to graphics and IT. Redacted sections Harm to Ongoing Matter, with footnotes 33 and 34. Footnote reference 33 partially redacted. Title Harm to Ongoing Matter. See SM CSM-2230634 serial 205, footnote reference 34, CSM-2230634 serial 204, partial redaction title, harm to ongoing matter. End of footnote references 33 and 34. Partial redaction of page 21, harm to ongoing matter, with references 35 through 37, redacted titles, harm to ongoing matter. IRA employees also traveled to the United States on intelligence gathering missions. In June 2014, 4 IRA employees applied to the U.S. Department of State to enter the United States while lying about the purpose of their trip and claiming to be 4 friends who had met at a party. See footnote 38. Ultimately, 2 IRA employees, Anna Bogocheva and Alexandra Krylova, received visas and entered the United States on June 4, 2014. Prior to traveling, Krylova and Bogocheva compiled itineraries and instructions for the trip. Redacted title, harm to ongoing matter. See footnote 39. Footnote reference 38, CSM-2230634 serials 150 and 172. Partial redaction, title, harm to ongoing matter. Reference footnote 39, redacted title, harm to ongoing matter. End of reference footnotes on page 21. Harm to ongoing matter. See reference footnote 40 and 41. Reference footnotes 40 and 41. Redacted titles, harm to ongoing matter. Section 2C2, U.S. operations through IRA-controlled social media accounts. Dozens of IRA employees were responsible for operating accounts and personas on different U.S. social media platforms. The IRA referred to employees assigned to operate the social media accounts as specialists. See footnote 42. Starting as early as 2014, the IRA's U.S. operations included social media specialists focusing on Facebook, YouTube, and Twitter. See footnote 43. The IRA later added specialists who operated on Tumblr and Instagram accounts. See footnote 44. Initially, the IRA created social media accounts that pretended to be the personal accounts of U.S. persons. See footnote 45. By early 2015, the IRA began to create larger social media groups or public social media pages that claimed falsely to be affiliated with U.S. political and grassroots organizations. In certain cases, the IRA created accounts that mimicked real U.S. organizations. For example, one IRA-controlled Twitter account at 10_GOP purported to be connected to the Tennessee Republican Party. See footnote 46. More commonly, the IRA created accounts in the names of fictitious U.S. organizations and grassroots groups, and used these accounts to pose as anti-immigration groups, Tea Party activists, Black Lives Matter protesters, and other U.S. social and political activists. The IRA closely monitored the activities of its social media accounts. Redacted section titled Harm to Ongoing Matter. Page 22, redacted footnote sections 42 and 43. Footnote section 44. See, for example, SM-2230634 serial 179, partial redaction, harm to ongoing matter. Reference footnote section 45. See, for example, Facebook ID 10001139046680 open paren Alex Anderson close paren. Facebook ID 10,9626173 204 open paren, Andrea Hansen, close paren. Facebook ID 10,97286-18427, open paren, Gary Williams, close paren. Facebook ID 1,136,400,43337, open paren, Lakeisha Richardson, close paren. Footnote reference 46. The account claimed to be the unofficial Twitter of Tennessee Republicans and made posts that appeared to be endorsements of the state political party. See, for example, at 10_GOP 4/3/2016 tweet, open paren, Tennessee GOP backs at real Donald Trump, period. Hashtag Make America Great Again, hashtag TNGOP, hashtag Tennessee, hashtag GOP, close paren. Page 23, paragraphs redacted, title Harm to Ongoing Matter. Footnote reference section 47, redacted, Harm to Ongoing Matter. Footnote reference section 48. See, for example, SM-223-0634 serial 131, partial redaction, Harm to Ongoing Matter. End of reference sections. By February 2016, internal IRA documents referred to support for the Trump campaign and opposition to candidate Clinton. See reference note 49. For example, redacted, Harm to Ongoing Matter. Directions to IRA operators, redacted, Harm to Ongoing Matter. Main idea, use any opportunity to criticize Hillary Clinton and the rest except Sanders and Trump. We support them. See footnote 50. Redacted section, Harm to Ongoing Matter. Page 23, footnote references. Footnote 49. The IRA posted content about the Clinton candidacy before Clinton officially announced her presidential campaign. IRA-controlled social media accounts criticized Clinton's record as Secretary of State and promoted various critiques of her candidacy. The IRA also used other techniques. Partial redaction, Harm to Ongoing Matter. CSM-2230634 serial 70. Reference footnote 50, redacted, title Harm to Ongoing Matter. End of page 23, reference footnotes. The focus on the U.S. presidential campaign continued throughout 2016 in redacted section, Harm to Ongoing Matter. 2016 internal, redacted section, Harm to Ongoing Matter, reviewing the IRA-controlled Facebook group Secured Borders. The author criticized the lower number of posts dedicated to criticizing Hillary Clinton and reminded the Facebook specialist it is imperative to intensify criticizing Hillary Clinton. See footnote 51. IRA employees also acknowledged that their work focused on influencing the U.S. presidential election. See redacted section, Harm to Ongoing Matter. See footnote 52. References, footnote 51 and 52, title redacted, Harm to Ongoing Matter. End of footnote references. Section 2C3, U.S. operations through Facebook. Many IRA operations used Facebook accounts created and operated by its specialist. Redacted sections, Harm to Ongoing Matter. Cited footnote references 53 and 54, redacted. Title Harm to Ongoing Matter. IRA Facebook groups active during the 2016 campaign covered a range of political issues and included purported conservative groups with names such as being patriotic, stop all immigrants, secured borders, and Tea Party news, purported black social justice groups, Black Matters, Blacktivist, and Don't Shoot Us, LGBTQ groups, LGBT United, and religious groups, United Muslims of America. Throughout 2016, IRA accounts published an increasing number of materials supporting the Trump campaign and opposing the Clinton campaign. For example, on May 31, 2016, the operational account Matt Skyber began to privately message dozens of pro-Trump Facebook groups asking them to help plan a pro-Trump rally near Trump Tower. See reference 55. To reach larger U.S. audiences, the IRA purchased advertisements from Facebook that promoted the IRA groups on the newsfeed of U.S. audience members. According to Facebook, the IRA purchased over 3,500 advertisements, and the expenditures totaled approximately $100,000. See footnote 56. During the U.S. presidential campaign, many IRA purchased advertisements explicitly supported or opposed a presidential candidate or promoted U.S. rallies organized by the IRA, discussed below. As early as March 2016, the IRA purchased advertisements that overtly opposed the Clinton campaign. For example, on March 18, 2016, the IRA purchased an advertisement depicting candidate Clinton and a caption that read, in part, "If one day God lets this liar into the White House as a president, that day would be a real national tragedy." See footnote 57. Similarly, on April 6, 2016, the IRA purchased advertisements for its account, Black Matters, calling for a flash mob of U.S. persons to take a photo with hashtag Hillary Clinton for Prison 2016 or hashtag No Hillary 2016. See footnote 58. IRA purchased advertisements featuring Clinton were, with very few exceptions, negative. See footnote 59. IRA purchased advertisements referencing candidate Trump largely supported his campaign. The first known IRA advertisement explicitly endorsing the Trump campaign was purchased on April 19, 2016. The IRA bought an advertisement for its Instagram account, Tea Party News, asking U.S. persons to help them make a patriotic team of young Trump supporters by uploading photos with the hashtag Kids for Trump. See footnote 60. In subsequent months, the IRA purchased dozens of advertisements supporting the Trump campaign, predominantly through the Facebook groups Being Patriotic, Stop All Invaders, and Secured Borders. Page 25, footnote references 55 through 60. Footnote reference 55. 531 2016 Facebook message ID 10,9922908461 open paren Matt Skyber to ID redacted title personal privacy. 531 2016 Facebook message ID 10,9922908461 open paren Matt Skyber to ID personal privacy. Reference footnote 56, social media influence in the 2016 U.S. election, hearing before the Senate Select Committee on Intelligence, 115th Congress, 13, open paren, November 1, 2017, close paren, open paren, testimony of Colin Stretch, General Counsel of Facebook, close paren. Footnote 57 reference 3/18/2016 Facebook advertisement ID 6045505152575. Footnote 158 reference 4616 Facebook advertisement ID 60437402253119. Footnote 59 reference CSM-2230634 serial 213 open paren documenting politically oriented advertisements from the larger set provided by Facebook, close paren. Footnote 60 reference 4/19/2016 Facebook advertisement ID 60451510942335. End of page 25 footnote references. Collectively, the IRA's social media accounts reached tens of millions of U.S. persons. Individual IRA social media accounts attracted hundreds of thousands of followers. For example, at the time they were deactivated by Facebook in mid-2017, the IRA's United Muslims of America Facebook group had over 300,000 followers. The Don't Shoot Us Facebook group had over 250,000 followers. The Being Patriotic Facebook group had over 200,000 followers, and the Secured Borders Facebook group had over 130,000 followers. See footnote 61. According to Facebook, in total, the IRA-controlled accounts made over 80,000 posts before their deactivation in August 2017, and these posts reached at least 29 million U.S. persons and may have reached an estimated 126 million people. See footnote 62. Reference footnote 62. Social media influence in the 2016 U.S. election hearing before the Senate Select Committee on Intelligence, 115th Congress 13, open paren, November 1, 2017, close paren, open paren, testimony of Colin Stretch, General Counsel of Facebook, close paren. Section 2C4, U.S. Operations through Twitter. A number of IRA employees assigned to the translator department served as Twitter specialists. Redacted section title Harm to Ongoing Matter. See footnote 63. The IRA's Twitter operations involved two strategies. First, IRA specialists operated certain Twitter accounts to create individual U.S. personas. Redacted section Harm to Ongoing Matter. See footnote 64. Separately, the IRA operated a network of automated Twitter accounts, commonly referred to as a bot network, that enabled the IRA to amplify existing content on Twitter. Section 2C4A, Individualized Accounts. Redacted section Harm to Ongoing Matter. See footnote 65. Footnote 65, redacted reference, harm to ongoing matter. End of page 26. Harm to ongoing matter. See footnote 66. Footnote 66 reference, redacted, titled Harm to Ongoing Matter. The IRA operated individualized Twitter accounts similar to the operation of its Facebook accounts by continuously posting original content to the accounts while also communicating with U.S. Twitter users directly through public tweeting or Twitter's private messaging. The IRA used many of these accounts to attempt to influence U.S. audiences on the election. Individualized accounts used to influence the U.S. presidential election included @10_GOP, described above, @Jen_Abrams, claiming to be a Virginian Trump supporter with 70,000 followers, @Pamela_Moore 13, claiming to be a Texan Trump supporter with 70,000 followers, and @America_First_, an anti-immigration persona with 24,000 followers. See footnote 67.
In May 2016, the IRA created the Twitter account at March_for_Trump, which promoted IRA organized rallies in support of the Trump campaign, described below. See footnote 68. Redacted paragraphs harm to ongoing matter. See footnote 69. Footnote references 67 through 69. Footnote reference 67. Other individualized accounts included at Missouri News US, an account with 3,800 followers that posted pro-Sanders and anti-Clinton material. Reference footnote 68. See at March_for_Trump. 5/30/2016 tweet. First post from account. Footnote reference 69. Redacted. Title harm to ongoing matter. End of footnote references 67 through 69. Using these accounts and others, the IRA provoked reactions from users and the media. Multiple IRA posted tweets gained popularity. See footnote 70. U.S. media outlets also quoted tweets from IRA-controlled accounts and attributed them to the reaction of real U.S. persons. See footnote 71. Reference footnote 70. For example, one IRA account tweeted, "To those people who hate the Confederate flag, did you know that the flag and the war wasn't about slavery? It was all about money." The tweet received over 40,000 responses. At Jen_Abrams, 4/24/2017, 2:37 p.m. tweet. Footnote 71 reference, Josephine Lucido and Chris Wells. Most major outlets have used Russian tweets as sources for partisan opinion. Study Columbia Journalism Review, March 8, 2018. See also Twitter steps up to explain hashtag New York values to Ted Cruz, Washington Post, January 15, 2016, citing IRA tweet. People are slamming the CIA for claiming Russia tried to help Donald Trump. U.S. News and World Report, December 12, 2016. End of page 27 references. Similarly, numerous high-profile U.S. persons, including former Ambassador Michael McFaul, Roger Stone, Sean Hannity, and Michael Flynn Jr., retweeted or responded to tweets posted to these IRA-controlled accounts. See footnote references 72 through 75. Multiple individuals affiliated with the Trump campaign also promoted IRA tweets discussed below. Footnote references 72 through 75. Reference footnote 72. At McFaul, 4/30/16 tweet responded to by at Jen_Abrams. Footnote 73. At Roger J. Stone Jr., 5/30/16 tweet, retweeting at Pamela_Moore13. At Roger J. Stone Jr., 4/26/16 tweet, same. Reference footnote 74. At Sean Hannity, 6/21/17 tweet, retweeting at Pamela_Moore13. Footnote 75 reference. At M. Flynn Jr., 6/22/17 tweet, open paren, quote, RT at Jen_Abrams. This is what happens when you add the voiceover of an old documentary about mental illness onto video of SJWs, end quote, end paren. End of footnote references 72 through 75. Section 2C4B, IRA botnet activities. Redacted paragraphs harm to ongoing matter. See footnotes 76 through 78. Footnote references section. Footnote reference 76. A botnet refers to a network of private computers or accounts controlled as a group to send specific automated messages. On the Twitter network, botnets can be used to promote and retweet specific tweets or hashtags in order for them to gain larger audiences. Reference footnotes 77 and 78, title redacted, harm to ongoing matter. End of footnote references. In January 2018, Twitter publicly identified 3,814 Twitter accounts associated with the IRA. See footnote 79. According to Twitter, in the 10 weeks before the 2016 U.S. presidential election, these accounts posted approximately 175,993 tweets, approximately 8.4% of which were election related. See footnote 80. Twitter also announced that it had notified approximately 1.4 million people who Twitter believed may have been in contact with an IRA-controlled account. See footnote 81. Footnote references 79 through 81. Footnote reference 79. Eli Rosenberg Twitter to tell 677,000 users they were had by the Russians. Some signs show the problem continues. Washington Post, January 19, 2019. Reference footnote 80. Twitter. Update on Twitter's review of the 2016 U.S. election, updated January 31, 2018. Twitter also reported identifying 50,258 automated accounts connected to the Russian government, which tweeted more than 1 million times in the 10 weeks before the election. Footnote reference 81. Twitter. Update on Twitter's review of the 2016 U.S. election, updated January 31, 2018. End of footnote references. Section 2C5. U.S. operations involving political rallies. The IRA organized and promoted political rallies inside the United States while posing as U.S. grassroots activists. First, the IRA used one of its pre-existing social media personas, Facebook groups and Twitter accounts for example, to announce and promote the event. The IRA then sent a large number of direct messages to followers of its social media account, asking them to attend the event. From those who responded with interest in attending, the IRA then sought a U.S. person to serve as the event's coordinator. In most cases, the IRA account operator would tell the U.S. person that they personally could not attend the event due to some pre-existing conflict or because they were somewhere else in the United States. See footnote 82. The IRA then further promoted the event by contacting U.S. media about the event and directing them to speak with the coordinator. See footnote 83. After the event, the IRA posted videos and photographs of the event to the IRA's social media accounts. See footnote 84. The office identified dozens of U.S. rallies organized by the IRA. The earliest evidence of a rally was a Confederate rally in November 2015. See footnote 85. The IRA continued to organize rallies even after the 2016 U.S. presidential election. The attendance at rallies varied. Some rallies appeared to have drawn few, if any, participants, while others drew hundreds. The reach and success of these rallies was closely monitored. Redacted section, harm to ongoing matter. Footnote references 82 through 85. Footnote reference 82. 8/2016, Facebook message ID 10,9922908461, open paren, Matt Skyber, close paren, to ID, personal privacy redaction. Reference footnote 83. See, for example, 7/21/16 email joshmilton024@gmail.com to personal privacy redaction. 7/21/16 email joshmilton024@gmail.com to personal privacy redaction. Reference footnote 84 at March _for _Trump 6/25/16 tweet posting photos from rally outside Trump Tower. Reference footnote 85 Instagram ID 22280121168 open paren stand for freedom close paren 11/3/15 post open paren good evening buds. Well, I am planning to organize a Confederate rally in Houston on the 14th of November, and I want more people to attend. Close paren. End of reference footnotes 82 through 85 on page 29. Page 30, redacted, title Harm to Ongoing Matter. From June 2016 until the end of the presidential campaign, almost all of the U.S. rallies organized by the IRA focused on the U.S. election, often promoting the Trump campaign and opposing the Clinton campaign. Pro-Trump rallies included 3 in New York, a series of pro-Trump rallies in Florida in August 2016, and a series of pro-Trump rallies in October 2016 in Pennsylvania. The Florida rallies drew the attention of the Trump campaign, which posted about the Miami rally on candidate Trump's Facebook account as discussed below. See footnote 86. Many of the same IRA employees who oversaw the IRA's social media accounts also conducted the day-to-day recruiting for political rallies inside the United States. Redacted section titled Harm to Ongoing Matter. See footnote 87. Footnote references 86 and 87. Footnote reference 86. The pro-Trump rallies were organized through multiple Facebook, Twitter, and email accounts. See, for example, Facebook ID 10,9922908 open paren Matt Skyber close paren. Facebook ID 1601685693432389 open paren being patriotic close paren. Twitter account at March _for _Trump being patriotic @gmail.com open paren rallies were organized in New York on June 25, 2016, Florida on August 20, 2016, and Pennsylvania on October 2, 2016. Close paren. Footnote reference 87, redacted title Harm to Ongoing Matter. End of footnote references 86 and 87. Section 2C6, Targeting and Recruiting of U.S. Persons. As early as 2014, the IRA instructed its employees to target U.S. persons who could be used to advance its operational goals. Initially, recruitment focused on U.S. persons who could amplify the content posted by the IRA. Redacted title Harm to Ongoing Matter. See footnote 88. Footnote 88 reference redacted title Harm to Ongoing Investigation. End of footnote reference. IRA employees frequently used redacted title investigative technique, Twitter, Facebook, and Instagram to contact and recruit U.S. persons who followed the group. The IRA recruited U.S. persons from across the political spectrum. For example, the IRA targeted the family of redacted section personal privacy and a number of black social justice activists while posing as a grassroots group called Black Matters US. See footnote 89. In February 2017, the persona Black Fist purporting to want to teach African Americans to protect themselves when contacted by law enforcement, hired a self-defense instructor in New York to offer classes sponsored by Black Fist. The IRA also recruited moderators of conservative social media groups to promote IRA-generated content, as well as recruited individuals to perform political acts, such as walking around New York City dressed up as Santa Claus with a Trump mask. See footnotes 90 and 91. Redacted paragraphs titled Harm to Ongoing Matter. See footnotes 92 through 94. Redacted partial paragraph titled Harm to Ongoing Matter. As the IRA's online audience became larger, the IRA tracked U.S. persons with whom they communicated and had successfully tasked with tasks ranging from organizing rallies to taking pictures with certain political messages. Redacted section Harm to Ongoing Matter. See footnote 95. Footnote reference sections 89 through 95. Footnote reference 89. 3/11/16 Facebook advertisement ID 604-507-82-89928. 5/6/16 Facebook advertisement ID 6051-652423528. 10/26/16 Facebook advertisement ID 605523860467. 10/27/16 Facebook message ID redacted personal privacy and ID 1011-69857-6461 open paren Taylor Brooks close paren. Footnote 90 reference 8/19/16 Facebook message ID 10,9922908-461 open paren Matt Skyber close paren to ID redacted personal privacy. Footnote 91 reference 12/8/16 email robot@craigslist.org to beingpatriotic@gmail.com open paren confirming Craigslist advertisement close paren. Footnote reference 92 8/18 through 19 2016 Twitter DMS at March_for_Trump and redacted for personal privacy. Footnote 93 see for example 11/11 through 27 2016 Facebook messages ID 1011-69857-6461 open paren Taylor Brooks close paren and ID redacted personal privacy open paren arranging to pay for plane tickets and for a bullhorn close paren. Reference footnote 94 see for example 9/10/2016 Facebook message ID 10,9922908-461 open paren Matt Skyber close paren and ID redacted personal privacy open paren discussing payment for rally supplies close paren. 8/18/2016 Twitter DM at March_for_Trump 2 redacted personal privacy open paren discussing payment for construction materials close paren. Reference footnote 95 redacted title Harm to Ongoing Matter. End of references 89 through 95 on page 32. Redacted paragraph title Harm to Ongoing Matter. Section 2C7 Interactions and Contacts with the Trump Campaign. The investigation identified two different forms of connections between the IRA and members of the Trump campaign. The investigation identified no similar connections between the IRA and the Clinton campaign. First, on multiple occasions, members and surrogates of the Trump campaign promoted, typically by linking, retweeting, or similar methods of reposting, pro-Trump or anti-Clinton content published by the IRA through IRA-controlled social media accounts. Additionally, in a few instances, IRA employees represented themselves as U.S. persons to communicate with members of the Trump campaign in an effort to seek assistance and coordination on IRA organized political rallies inside the United States. Section 2C7A, Trump Campaign Promotion of IRA Political Materials. Among the U.S. leaders of public opinion targeted by the IRA were various members and surrogates of the Trump campaign. In total, Trump campaign affiliates promoted dozens of tweets, posts, and other political content created by the IRA. Posts from the IRA-controlled Twitter account at 10_GOP were cited or retweeted by multiple Trump campaign officials and surrogates, including Donald J. Trump Jr., Eric Trump, Kellyanne Conway, Brad Parscale, and Michael T. Flynn. See footnotes 96 through 100. These posts included allegations of voter fraud, as well as allegations that Secretary Clinton had mishandled classified information. See footnotes 101 and 102. Reference footnote 96. See, for example, at Donald J. Trump Jr. 10/26/16 tweet, open paren, RT at 10_GOP, breaking thousands of names changed on voter rolls in Indiana. Police investigating, hashtag voter fraud, hashtag drain the swamp, close paren. At Donald J. Trump Jr. 11/2/16 tweet, open paren, RT at 10_GOP, breaking, hashtag voter fraud by counting tens of thousands of ineligible mail and Hillary votes being reported in Broward County, Florida. Close paren. At Donald J. Trump Jr. 11/8/16 tweet, open paren, RT at 10_GOP. This vet passed away last month before he could vote for Trump. Here he is in his hashtag MAGA hat, hashtag voted, hashtag election day, close paren. Trump Jr. retweeted additional at 10_GOP contents subsequent to the election. End of page 33 footnote reference, page 34 footnote reference, 97 through 102. Footnote reference 97. At Eric Trump 10/20/16 tweet, open paren, RT at 10_GOP, breaking Hillary shuts down press conference when asked about DNC operatives corruption and hashtag voter fraud, hashtag debate night, hashtag Trump B, close paren. Footnote reference 98. At Kellyanne Polls 11/6/16 tweet, open paren, RT at 10_GOP, mother of jailed sailor, hold Hillary to same standards as my son on classified info, hashtag Hillary's email, hashtag Winergate, close paren. Open paren, 99. At Parscale 10/15/16 tweet, open paren, thousands of deplorables chanting to the media, tell the truth, RT if you are also done with biased media, hashtag Friday feeling, close paren. footnote reference 100, at GEN Flynn 11/7/16, open paren, retweeting at 10 underscore GOP, post that included in part at real Donald Trump and at Mike underscore Pence will be our next POTUS and VPOTUS, close paren. Footnote reference 101 at 10 underscore GOP 10/11/16 tweet, open paren, North Carolina finds 2,214 voters over the age of 110, close paren. Footnote reference 102 at 10 underscore GOP 11/6/16 tweet, open paren, mother of jailed sailor. Hold Hillary to same standards as my son on classified info. Hashtag Hillary email. Hashtag Weinergate. Close paren. End of reference footnotes 97 through 102. A November 7, 2016 post from the IRA-controlled Twitter account at Pamela underscore Moore 13 was retweeted by Donald J. Trump Jr. See footnote 103. On September 19, 2017, President Trump's personal account at Real Donald Trump responded to a tweet from the IRA-controlled account at 10 underscore GOP, the backup account of at TEN underscore GOP, which had already been deactivated by Twitter. The tweet read, "We love you, Mr. President." See footnote 104. IRA employees monitored the reaction of the Trump campaign and later Trump administration officials to their tweets. For example, on August 23, 2016, the IRA-controlled persona, Matt Skyber, Facebook account sent a message to a U.S. Tea Party activist writing that Mr. Trump posted about our event in Miami. This is great. See footnote 105. The IRA employee included a screenshot of candidate Trump's Facebook account, which included a post about the August 20, 2016 political rallies organized by the IRA. Footnote reference 103. At Donald J. Trump Jr. 11/7/16 tweet, open paren, RT, at Pamela underscore Moore 13. Detroit residents speak out against the failed policies of Obama, Hillary, and Democrats. Close paren. Footnote reference 104 at Real Donald Trump. 9/19/17, 7:33 p.m. Tweet, open paren. Thank you for your support, Miami. My team just shared photos from your Trump sign waving day yesterday. I love you, and there is no question. Together we will make America great again. Close paren. Footnote reference 105, 8/23/16. Facebook message ID 10,922,908,461. Open paren Matt Skyber, close paren, to ID. Redacted, personal privacy. End of footnote references 103 through 105 on page 34. Redacted paragraph titled Harm to Ongoing Matter. See footnote 108. Footnote 108, reference, redacted, title Harm to Ongoing Matter. Section 2C7B. Contact with Trump campaign officials in connection to rallies. Starting in June 2016, the IRA contacted different U.S. persons affiliated with the Trump campaign in an effort to coordinate pro-Trump IRA organized rallies inside the United States. In all cases, the IRA contacted the campaign while claiming to be U.S. political activists working on behalf of a conservative grassroots organization. The IRA's contacts included requests for signs and other materials to use at rallies, as well as requests to promote the rallies and help coordinate logistics. See footnotes 107 and 108. While certain campaign volunteers agreed to provide the requested support, for example agreeing to set aside a number of signs, the investigation has not identified evidence that any Trump campaign official understood the requests were coming from foreign nationals. Footnote reference sections 107 and 108. Footnote reference 107. See, for example, 81616 email joshmilton024@gmail.com to, redacted for personal privacy, at donaldtrump.com, asking for Trump-Pence signs for Florida rally. 81816 email joshmilton024@gmail.com to, redacted personal privacy, at donaldtrump.com, asking for Trump-Pence signs for Florida rally. 81216 email joshmilton024@gmail.com to, redacted personal privacy, at donaldtrump.com, asking for contact phone numbers for Trump campaign affiliates in various Florida cities and signs. Reference footnote 108. 81516 email, redacted personal privacy, to joshmilton024@gmail.com, asking to add two locations to the Florida Goes Trump list. 81616 email, redacted personal privacy, to joshmilton024@gmail.com, volunteering to send an email blast to followers. End of reference footnotes on page 35. In sum, the investigation established that Russia interfered in the 2016 presidential election through the active measures social media campaign carried out by the IRA, an organization funded by Prigozhin and companies that he controlled. As explained further in Volume 1, Section 5A, Infra, the office concluded, and a grand jury has alleged, that Prigozhin, his companies, and IRA employees violated U.S. law through these operations, principally by undermining through deceptive acts the work of federal agencies charged with regulating foreign influence in U.S. elections.